Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare here with Tsquare Talk. So, this is video 4. Now, this is the grand finale to the collection that I paid the $1,000 for. This is going to be the deciding factor of if I really make money or if there's potential, if I saved any money. This is the box with the bulk of the silver. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through it. We're going to kind of separate it out a little, and we'll take a look at some of the coins. We'll take a look at the book. I've had a lot of people tell me they just think this is crazy that you would pay, more for a silver $50 versus a regular $50. I got asked the other day by someone. They said, well, if the silver costs so much more, why would the government just make coins out of it? That's just crazy. They're not just going to throw away money. Well, realistically, unfortunately, they do throw away tons of money on different stuff. But the big factor is, back when this coin was made in 1907, silver wasn't worth what it's worth today. And now silver has just drastically gone up in value. And you have a collectible standpoint on these coins, but you also have the silver metal value. The silver metal value, the silver is what's worth the money. More and more we throw away our silver every day, so I believe silver will be a really big investment. There's probably might be some junk in here. It might be silver. I'll have to have that looked at and see. It's kind of pretty. Maybe if I can clean it up or whatever. I don't know. Should open somehow, it looks like. I don't know. That's neat. But I'm going to dump this box out, and we will take a look and see what's trash. And, when I say trash, like just kind of clean it out. This is the way the box came, so I haven't pulled anything out yet. Let's take a look, and we'll get started. Right off, just dumping it out. That is a nice pile of junk, junk silver. I'm eager to kind of go through it and count it up and see how much money is here. If it's all 90%, if there's some, I thought I saw a 40% one a little while back. Yeah, that's a 66 right there. That's only 40%, but still, a couple of bucks. So I'm going to go through and we'll start separating this out. Okay, so what I've done so far is I've separated my 64, my 40%ers, my really old constitutional stuff. Actually, I say that and I missed one right there. We'll throw that there for now. Just one. I may find another one. Usually they jump out at you. I was a little quick, kind of getting excited and wanting to get to the good stuff. 64s, y'all know that's 90% silver. This is all going to be 90% silver. The 64s, we still find a ton of these in $50 roll hunts. You guys can probably go back and watch some of my videos where we've had boxes that we found a bunch. But they still have a good value for the silver value. Up here we have 40%ers. Not a whole lot. We got $13 worth. On average, I think these run maybe about $2 a piece for the silver value. Right about maybe $2.50, depending on who's buying them and what they're selling them for and stuff. You can check all this out on Coinflation, though. Now over here, one thing I look at when I buy a collection like this, the person that owned the collection before me, or that built this collection up, someone probably knew a little bit about it. These came in little baggies already. I had the person I bought it from, he put some in the baggies. Some stuff might have been in baggies. Typically, for someone to acquire a collection like this, they may have known their stuff and someone passed away, a child got it, and didn't really see it as something they wanted to collect, and didn't really see the silver value for the future. So, I mean, we're looking decent, I think, so far. We're gonna get a count here, and we'll look at a couple of the more specific coins. One thing that I saw that was in plastic. Let me see if I can get a better look at this. This is pretty cool. I don't see these a lot. Let's see if I can get the year off of that. I think it's a 1915. Let me pause it real quick and just take a look here. Oh, I'm sorry. It might be at 1852. In fact, that's what it is. I got a good view right there. 1852. I guess they call that, I think that's a seated dime. I think. Yeah. A seated Liberty dime. So, pretty neat. You don't really see that too often. Some other decent coins, but we'll get a better look at these individually here in a minute once we just get a quick count, try to break this collection down just a little bit more. So we just found a couple more 40%ers as we were going through separating stuff. We found 2 Benjamin Franklins, and we found 1 Walking Liberty. Nothing super special, but you don't see them that often. They are silver. It's a 44. I mean, if it was an awesome date, that would have been great. We're still going through stuff. As you can see what we've done, we separated out all the halves. We're going to go through it. We're going to put them all in stacks by year, and then we will talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so for the $50 in these Liberty halves, we have 78. Sorry, I had to pause that. I'm sorry, 87. I had to do a quick check. So we got 87 of them. Now the dates are going to range. Let's see here. They start at 1897. We got an 1898, 1899. We got a couple of those. We got a couple 1900s. We got a couple 1901s. We got a pretty good stack there of 1902s. About 4 1903s. The 1904 there. And then we'll come back over here. We got about 4 5s. This one we got a pretty good stack of for the 6s. Same with the 7s. I guess there was a lot they just picked up that year. The 1908s, got a good amount of them. Fair amount of the 9s too. Only one of the 10s, 2 11s. We got some 12s, some 13s, whole stack of 15s, the 1915s. Let's take a look at what was put in. We got a 1908 in the bag, a 1912 in a bag. None of these you can't make out the word Liberty on any of these coins. So for anybody that's a really big coin collector and knows numismatic stuff, if you can't make out the word Liberty, does that I know that kind of kills the condition value. But let me know what you think. A 1909, a 12. We got a 14, a 7, an 09, an 09, and a 7 and a 7. We'll take a quick look at the book here and just kind of see real quick. Okay, so real quick, I went through and I looked at what we got here. None of them are really super rare. None of them have any special value. The 04, there's only one of them. Depending on which one it is, it could be up to, if it's an S, it could be up to $48. We'll take a look at that 04 real quick with you guys and just see. So I don't see a mint mark on it. Now that could mean, I'm not sure how you distinguish the O from the S to just the plain. This has no, I don't know if you'll see the O on the bottom. I did pull up another one that was a 97. I see the O there, so I know it would have an O under the tail. This has nothing, so I'm guessing instead of an O, you'd have an S or nothing there. And if this has nothing, you're looking at 17 bucks. So still another pretty common coin. Over here with an O, that's what I was checking. Now this one right here, the 1897 O, it does say in bad condition you're looking at 160 bucks. Realistically, I don't think anybody would pay 160 bucks for that, but there may be someone out there. It's in rough shape, but, you know, hey, I mean, I won't, you know, it'll go in my silver collection. If I have an opportunity to trade that one off, I will. But overall, it's quite a bit of coins here. We still haven't gone through the miscellaneous, the dimes, the quarters, and stuff, and we'll take a quick peek at that, and I'll give you a count here real quick. Okay, so now I just separated out all the quarters and the dimes, and actually there was one half dime in there. There's quite a bit of stuff here. We'll just kind of zip through, and we will get a quick count. We got about $3.30 in Mercury dimes. Mercury dimes, I buy a lot of these for junk. Nothing truly spectacular, I think, but I do really like them. People know that they're silver right off the bat, whereas a Roosevelt dime, if you're not truly educated on silver, a Roosevelt dime, sometimes people just don't know. Up here, we have, what do we got? 8 Barbara dimes. Pretty cool. The years are kind of a good variety of years there. I'll have to look up some of these dates and see if there's anything special. Now here, I said earlier a couple seeded Liberty dimes, but when I started looking at the size difference, one of them is actually a half dime. I didn't notice it until I had gotten it all laid out, which is pretty cool to see. And I guess there was one, I guess there's a V nickel that got stuck in there. I'll have to move that over with the nickels from in one of the other boxes because it's not silver. So we got $1.75 in standing Liberties, plus I put the one Washington quarter right there just to even it out to $2. And we have $10 in Barbara dimes. I'm sorry, $10 in Barbara quarters. I will fan over them so you guys can kind of take a look. Pretty neat. There's quite a few of them. And then another $1.50, and there was 2 Washington quarters in there, so that rounded that up to $2 there. So there's $14 in quarters essentially, and then over here we're looking at about $4.50 in dimes. Now up to here, we'll just do a quick wrap up and show you guys this stuff. Kind of stacked them all up in rows of 10. So we had $43.50 in Barbara halves, which was pretty cool. Coming through, we had 50 cents in the Walking Liberty. We had $1 in Benjamins, $11 in 1964s. That was pretty good. And $14 in 40 percenters. Like I said, I like the 40 percenters. They're pretty cool. And as a bonus right there, we also got a little watch that the more I look at this, the more I'll just, I won't do nothing with this. I'll keep this. Might take it to a professional watch person, see if I can get it fixed up and redone. Kind of get it cleaned up and running. It's broke right now, but kind of neat. So with that being said, overall it was pretty nice. I think it worked out pretty good. I'll have to do the math later and calculate out, but I'm happy with the purchase at $1,000. If you've watched all 4 videos, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Did I get a good deal? Just let me know. I love hearing. Also, if you can, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. We do a lot of giveaways. We do a lot of coin hunts where we actually go and we'll buy half-dollar boxes or penny boxes, nickel boxes. We look for a lot of different stuff. We look for a lot of silver. But other than that, it's pretty good. And most importantly, I always say this, please leave us a comment because I love to hear what you guys think. For me, that's the most important thing. The more detailed, the better. I mean, if you know your coins, if you're one of them sharp people that really know this stuff, then I love to hear it. So I will talk to you guys later on Tsquare Talk, and you guys take care. Have a great one. Bye-bye.